Fame, 1982 to 1987, wasn't just a TV series, it was a cultural phenomenon that captured the energy, ambition, and struggles of young artists chasing their dreams. With unforgettable music, dazzling dance numbers, and heartfelt drama, the show became a symbol of passion and perseverance. But what happened to the talented cast that brought these stories to life? Some went on to achieve lasting stardom, others stepped away from the spotlight, and a few left us far too soon. Join us as we take a nostalgic journey through time and discover where the stars of Fame are today, their triumphs, challenges, and legacies that continue to inspire. Carlo Imparato portrayed Danny Amatullo in Fame, 1982, when he was only 19 years old. Danny is the wisecracking aspiring actor of the School of the Arts, known for his quick wit, cheeky humor, and relentless ambition to make it in show business. He often provides comic relief, but beneath the jokes lies a dreamer struggling to prove himself in a competitive world. Over the course of the series, Danny matures from a class clown into a performer who begins to understand the discipline and resilience needed for success in the entertainment industry. In real life, Carlo Imparato was born on August 3, 1963 in the Bronx, New York. Unlike many of his co-stars, his acting career was largely defined by Fame, though he remained active in television and stage for a number of years. Later, he stepped away from Hollywood and found success in the fitness industry, where he applied the same energy and charisma that made him memorable on screen. As of 2025, he is 62 years old and continues to live a private life outside the spotlight. Gene Anthony Ray portrayed Leroy Johnson in Fame, 1982, at the age of 20, reprising the role he originated in the 1980 film. Leroy is a gifted street dancer with raw talent, unmatched physicality, and a rebellious spirit. Struggling academically but thriving in the world of movement, Leroy represents the clash between natural artistry and institutional discipline. His vulnerability and toughness made him one of the most beloved characters of the series. Off-screen, Gene Anthony Ray was born on May 24, 1962, in Harlem, New York. He rose to fame quickly, embodying the energy and charisma of the emerging hip-hop and street dance culture. However, his career was troubled by personal struggles and lifestyle challenges. Tragically, he died on November 14, 2003, at the age of 41, due to complications from a stroke after contracting AIDS. If alive today in 2025, he would have been 63 years old, a reminder of the great artistic potential lost too soon. Albert Haig portrayed Benjamin Sharovsky in Fame, 1982, when he was 62 years old. Mr. Sharovsky is the stern yet compassionate music teacher, a European émigré who carries the traditions of classical training into the bustling world of a New York art school. Known for his thick accent, old-world discipline, and dry humor, he demands excellence from his students, often clashing with their youthful energy and resistance to structure. Despite his gruffness, he becomes a deeply respected mentor, teaching not only music but also life lessons about perseverance and integrity. In real life, Albert Haig was born on October 13, 1920, in Berlin, Germany. Fleeing the Nazis, he emigrated to the United States and built a remarkable career as both a composer and actor. He wrote for Broadway musicals such as Plain and Fancy, 1955, and composed the unforgettable songs for Doctor. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1966. His life blended performance and teaching, making him a true Renaissance figure in the arts. Haig passed away on November 12, 2001, in Marina del Rey, California, at the age of 81, due to cancer. Debbie Allen portrayed Lydia Grant in Fame, 1982, when she was 32 years old. Lydia is the tough, inspiring dance instructor whose iconic line, "You want fame? Well, fame costs, and right here is where you start paying, in sweat," became the heart of the series. Passionate, disciplined, and uncompromising, She embodies the drive of an artist who demands nothing less than excellence. Lydia served as both mentor and motivator, pushing her students to realize their potential while also protecting their creative spirits. In real life, Debbie Allen, born on January 16, 1950, in Houston, Texas, is an acclaimed actress, choreographer, director, and producer. Beyond fame, she became a celebrated figure in dance and television, winning multiple Emmy Awards and a Golden Globe. She has also had a long-standing role in Grey's Anatomy as both actress and executive producer. As of 2025, she is 75 years old and continues to inspire new generations of performers through her Debbie Allen Dance Academy in Los Angeles. Carol Mayo Jenkins portrayed Elizabeth Sherwood in Fame, 1982, when she was 44 years old. Miss Sherwood is the school's English teacher, a thoughtful and passionate educator who values words, ideas, and social awareness as essential to artistic growth. She serves as both guide and conscience, often helping students navigate personal crises and encouraging them to look beyond fame toward deeper purpose. Her calm authority and unwavering belief in her students' potential made her one of the most respected figures on the show. In real life, Carol Mayo Jenkins was born on November 24, 1938 in Knoxville, Tennessee. Outside of fame, she pursued an accomplished career in theater, performing in a wide range of plays from classics to modern works. Later, she turned to teaching, joining the University of Tennessee as a professor of theater, where she dedicated herself to shaping future generations of actors. Her legacy, like that of her on-screen counterpart, is one of mentorship and inspiration. As of 2025, she is 86 years old and continues to be honored for her lifelong commitment to the performing arts. Ann Nelson portrayed Mrs. Berg in Fame, 1982, when she was 66 years old. Mrs. Berg is the eccentric, warm-hearted school secretary whose comic timing and quirky personality made her a beloved, supporting figure. Though not a performer like the students she serves, she embodies the heartbeat of the school. Always present, always caring, and often stepping in with humor or quiet wisdom when tensions ran high. Her character grounded the storylines, reminding audiences that behind every stage performance lies a community that supports it. In real life, Ann Nelson was born on May 27, 1916, in Baltimore, Maryland. She worked steadily as a character actress across theater, film, and television, where her authenticity and charm made her memorable even in smaller roles. Though never a star, she exemplified the unsung professionals whose work added richness to every project. Nelson died on June 2, 1992 in New York City at the age of 76. Bill Huffsey portrayed Christopher Donlin in Fame, 1983, when he was 24 years old. Christopher is a sensitive and ambitious young performer, navigating the challenges of balancing raw talent with the discipline required at the School of the Arts. He is often portrayed as a dreamer with charisma, trying to prove that passion and determination can turn aspirations into reality. His storylines frequently touched on the struggle of young artists to find their voice and identity in a competitive environment. In real life, Bill Huffsey was born on December 8, 1958 in Cleveland, Ohio. Following Fame, he built a solid television career, appearing in popular series such as Days of Our Lives and The Young and the Restless. Beyond acting, he showcased his talents as a singer and dancer, releasing music and performing live. Huffsey remains active in the entertainment industry, known for his versatility and enduring connection to fans who grew up watching Fame. As of 2025, he is 66 years old. Jesse Borrego portrayed Jesse V. Velasquez in Fame, 1984, when he was 22 years old. Jesse is an energetic and passionate student with a flair for performance, bringing intensity and authenticity to the halls of the School of the Arts. His character often explores themes of cultural pride, artistic struggle, and the pursuit of self-expression, resonating with audiences who saw their own challenges reflected in his journey. His addition to the cast brought fresh energy and new perspectives to the series. In real life, Jesse Borrego was born on August 1, 1962 in San Antonio, Texas. He built an impressive career in television, film, and theater after Fame, appearing in acclaimed projects such as Blood In, Blood Out, 1993, Con Air, 1997, and Dexter. Borrego also maintained a strong presence in independent cinema and stage productions, often highlighting Latino stories and voices in American culture. His commitment to authentic storytelling and representation has made him a respected figure in the industry. As of 2025, he is 63 years old and continues to act, direct, and inspire new generations of performers. Valerie Landsberg portrayed Doris Schwartz in Fame, 1982, when she was 24 years old. Doris is one of the show's most dynamic characters, a talented actress and singer whose fiery personality, intelligence, and sharp wit made her both relatable and unforgettable. She embodied the struggles of balancing youthful insecurity with the drive to achieve artistic recognition. Doris often wrestled with questions of identity and confidence, providing some of the show's most heartfelt storylines. In real life, Valerie Landsberg was born on August 12, 1958 in New York City. She enjoyed a multifaceted career not only as an actress, but also as a singer, director, and writer. After Fame, she appeared in various television shows and films, and she later directed episodes of network television. She also pursued her passion for music, performing both live and in recordings. Landsberg's artistic journey reflects the same determination and versatility as her on-screen persona. As of 2025, she is 67 years old and continues to contribute to the arts in multiple roles. Nia Peoples portrayed Nicole Chapman in Fame, 1983, when she was 22 years old. Nicole is a dynamic dancer and singer, confident, vibrant, and full of youthful energy. She quickly became one of the show's most memorable characters, standing out for her talent as well as her emotional storylines that explored ambition, identity, and personal growth. Nicole's presence reflected the evolving style of the 1980s, where music, dance, and fashion blended into a powerful statement of individuality. In real life, Nia Peoples was born on January 4, 1961, in Hollywood, California. She went on to enjoy a successful career in both acting and music, starring in television shows like Walker, Texas Ranger, The Young and the Restless, and Pretty Little Liars. As a recording artist, she had several hit songs in the dance and R&B charts during the 1980s. Beyond her career, she has been active as a motivational speaker and life coach. As of 2025, she is 64 years old and continues to combine artistry with personal empowerment, inspiring audiences worldwide. Lee Carreri portrayed Bruno Martelli in Fame, 1982, when he was 23 years old. Bruno is the school's introverted and gifted keyboard prodigy, deeply committed to music and often portrayed as struggling between his father's traditional expectations and his own creative dreams. His character represents the challenges faced by artists who are torn between personal vision and external pressures. Bruno's talent and sensitivity made him a fan favorite, especially as he blended classical training with the contemporary rhythms of the 1980s. In real life, Lee Carreri was born on October 31, 1959, in the Bronx, New York. After Fame, he focused primarily on music, becoming a composer and producer. He worked on film and television scores, collaborated with a range of musicians, and pursued a career as a songwriter. Although he stepped back from acting, his work behind the scenes in the music industry reflects his enduring passion for sound and creativity. As of 2025, Carreri is 65 years old, still recognized as a talented musician whose work helped shape the spirit of Fame. Erica Gimple portrayed Coco Hernandez in Fame, 1982, when she was only 18 years old. Coco is one of the most ambitious and talented students at the School of the Arts, embodying the hunger, drive, and raw determination needed to succeed in the performing world. Fiercely independent and sometimes conflicted, Coco dreams of stardom but often wrestles with the sacrifices and disappointments that come with ambition. Her performances in song and dance made her one of the most iconic figures of the series, inspiring viewers with her energy and passion. In real life, Erica Gimple was born on June 25, 1964, in New York City. After fame, she developed a versatile career across film, television, and stage, with roles in series like Profiler, Veronica Mars, and God Friended Me. She also worked as a singer-songwriter, blending her artistic talents across disciplines. Gimple continues to be celebrated for her authenticity and dedication to her craft. As of 2025, she is 61 years old and remains active in the entertainment world. Ken Swofford portrayed Quentin Morlock in Fame, 1983, when he was 50 years old. Mr. Morlock, the school's principal, is a figure of authority, often caught between the creative chaos of the students and faculty and the practical needs of running an educational institution. While sometimes portrayed as gruff or bureaucratic, he also demonstrates moments of surprising warmth and support, highlighting the balance between discipline and encouragement that defines the series. In real life, Ken Swofford was born on July 25, 1933 in Duquesne, Illinois. He built a long and steady career as a character actor, frequently cast as tough, no-nonsense authority figures in film and television. His credits include roles in Ellery Queen, Fame, The Andromeda Strain 1971, and numerous guest spots on popular series of the 1970s and 1980s. Swofford was admired for his ability to bring authenticity to even small roles, giving depth to every production he joined. Sadly, he passed away on November 1, 2018, at the age of 85, from complications related to a stroke. Cynthia Gibb portrayed Holly Laird in Fame, 1983, when she was 19 years old. Holly is a spirited drama student whose youthful enthusiasm, vulnerability, and eagerness to succeed made her a relatable figure. She represents the innocence and optimism of new students at the School of the Arts, balancing ambition with the self-doubt that often accompanies early adulthood. Holly's storylines often revolved around her search for identity and belonging, showing that success in the arts requires both heart and resilience. In real life, Cynthia Gibb was born on December 14, 1963 in Bennington, Vermont. She went on to have a successful acting career across film and television, starring in Youngblood, 1986, alongside Rob Lowe and Patrick Swayze, as well as appearing in Gypsy, 1993, where she played opposite Bette Midler. Known for her girl-next-door charm and versatility, Gibb also appeared in numerous television movies and series throughout the 1980s and 1990s. Beyond acting, she worked as a vocal coach, mentoring new performers. As of 2025, she is 61 years old and continues to contribute to the arts through teaching and selective acting projects. Graham Jarvis portrayed Bob Dyrenforth in Fame, 1986, when he was 56 years old. Mr. Dyrenforth is the school's principal during the later seasons, depicted as a somewhat bumbling but well-meaning administrator. Unlike his stricter predecessors, he often appears overwhelmed by the artistic chaos of the school, yet his awkwardness and humanity made him an endearing authority figure. In real life, Graham Jarvis was born on August 25, 1930, in Toronto, Canada. He built a long career as a character actor, becoming recognizable for his work on television shows such as Mary Hartman and Seventh Heaven, as well as countless guest roles in both comedy and drama. His distinctive presence allowed him to play everything from nervous bureaucrats to kindly father figures. Jarvis passed away on April 16, 2003 in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 72, due to multiple myeloma, a form of cancer. His death was a loss to television, where he had been a dependable and memorable performer for decades. Carrie Hamilton portrayed Reggie Higgins in Fame, 1986, when she was 23 years old. Reggie is a bold, witty, and somewhat rebellious student, adding fresh energy to the later seasons of the show. Her character is memorable for her mix of vulnerability and strength, as she often struggled to reconcile her creative ambitions with personal hardships. Reggie's storylines explored themes of independence, identity, and resilience, reflecting the real challenges faced by young artists. In real life, Carrie Hamilton was born on December 5th, 1963 in New York City, the daughter of legendary comedian Carol Burnett. She pursued a career as both an actress and musician, appearing in television series, films, and stage productions, and she co-wrote a play with her mother, showcasing her creative spirit. Tragically, her life was cut short when she died on January 20th, 2002, at the age of 38, from complications of lung and brain cancer. Her passing was widely mourned as the loss of a vibrant and promising talent taken far too soon. Janet Jackson portrayed Cleo Hewitt in Fame, 1984, when she was 18 years old. Cleo is a bright, talented student whose addition to the show brought fresh star power and reflected the rising prominence of young African-American artists in the 1980s. Although her time on Fame was relatively short, Cleo's character was remembered for her optimism, determination, and ability to fit seamlessly into the vibrant mix of students at the School of the Arts. In real life, Janet Jackson was born on May 16, 1966, in Gary, Indiana, into the legendary Jackson family. She rose to international superstardom as a singer, songwriter, and performer, becoming one of the best-selling recording artists of all time with albums such as Control, 1986, Rhythm Nation, 1814, 1989, and Janet, 1993. Known for her groundbreaking music videos, powerful stage presence, and social themes, she left an indelible mark on pop and R&B music. As of 2025, Janet Jackson is 59 years old, still performing worldwide, and remains one of the most influential entertainers in modern music history. Dick Miller portrayed Lou Mackey in Fame, 1984, when he was 55 years old. Lou is the school's stage manager and handyman, a tough but big-hearted New Yorker who keeps the theater running smoothly. His character brought blue-collar grit and humor to the series, acting as both a protector and friend to the students. Lou's interactions often showed that behind the glamour of the stage, real dedication and hard work are what keep the arts alive. In real life, Dick Miller was born on December 25, 1928, in the Bronx, New York. He enjoyed one of the longest and most prolific careers of any American character actor, appearing in over 180 films and numerous television shows. He was a favorite collaborator of director Joe Dante, appearing in classics such as Gremlins, 1984, The Burbs, 1989, and Piranha, 1978. Known for his sharp delivery and working-class authenticity, Miller became a cult favorite. He passed away on January 30, 2019 in Burbank, California, at the age of 90 from natural causes. Madeleine Roux portrayed Mrs. Schwartz, Doris's caring and supportive mother in Fame, 1982, when she was 47 years old. Mrs. Schwartz offered warmth, humor, and maternal grounding, reminding audiences that behind every ambitious young artist stood a family dealing with pride, worry, and hope. Her appearances added depth to Doris's journey and showed that the series was not only about young performers but also about the people who loved them. In real life, Madeleine Roux was born on October 3, 1935 in Washington, D.C. A glamorous actress of the 1950s and 1960s, she appeared in films like Operation Petticoat, 1959, and guest starred on numerous series, including a memorable role in Star Trek as Marla McGivers, Khan's wife. In 1977, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a condition that progressively limited her mobility and eventually confined her to a wheelchair. Despite her illness, she continued to act courageously, appearing on shows like Murder, She Wrote and Houston Nights. She passed away on December 16, 2003 at the age of 68 from complications of pneumonia. Her resilience and refusal to give up acting, even as her body failed her, remained an inspiration. P.R. Paul portrayed Montgomery McNeil in Fame, 1982, when he was 26 years old. Montgomery is a drama major, intelligent and sensitive, often acting as the conscience of his group of friends. One of his groundbreaking storylines involved his quiet acknowledgement of being gay, making Montgomery one of the first openly gay recurring characters on American network television. His thoughtful presence offered a voice to young viewers struggling with identity at a time when representation was rare. In real life, P.R. Paul was born on July 28, 1956 in New York City. His time on Fame became his most visible screen role, but he also worked on stage and smaller television projects throughout the 1980s. Eventually, he moved away from the spotlight, focusing on a quieter life beyond Hollywood. Though his acting career was not long, he left a cultural mark through Montgomery, a character remembered for courage and authenticity. As of 2025, Paul is 69 years old and remembered fondly by fans of Fame for portraying a role that carried great social significance in its time. Dave Shelley portrayed Mr. Caruso, a staff member at the School of the Arts, in Fame 1983, when he was 52 years old. While not one of the central characters, Caruso represented the working adults who kept the institution running, grounding the series in realism and reminding viewers that a performing arts school thrived, thanks not only to students and teachers, but also to everyday staff. His presence added subtle weight to the fabric of the show. In real life, Dave Shelley was born on March 5, 1931. He built a steady career as a supporting actor across stage and television, known for his professionalism and strong work ethic. Although his name was not widely recognized, his contributions reflected the many working actors who helped define the golden age of network TV. Tragically, his life was cut short when he suffered a fatal heart attack on June 27, 1989, at the age of 58. His early death ended a career that had been defined by consistency and dedication to craft, leaving behind the memory of a reliable performer who gave depth to every role. Who is your favorite character from Fame? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.